This concert gets 5 bananas out of 5 according to NoMoreStinkyMonkeys.com website, which makes it a classic. Isaac, Doc, Captain Stubing, and Gopher are all on board to hear the best Bruce Springsteen Tribute Band around, Bruce in the USA. As a birthday present to myself, I bought a ticket to see these guys again. I saw them on July 4th weekend back in 2006 and was blown away. Now I feel like a crusty veteran, just here to have fun and marvel at their ability to make die-hard Bruce fans go bonkers. When I boarded the ship at 42nd Street, 12th Avenue, I was met by a pretty young girl who called me Sir. She offered me a free Jamaican Red Stripe beer. I said, "What do I have to do for this free beer?" She said, "Just keep smiling." That was easy. I was wearing my trusty bootleg Bruce Mr. Met shirt that I got back at Bruce's Shea Stadium show in 2003. But Bruce in the USA was selling their shirts for $20. I liked the band and wanted to show my support, so I bought their shirt, and despite the 80-degree heat and humidity, I wore it over my other shirt. Very few people bought the shirts before the show, so when I walked around the poop deck, people assumed I was affiliated with the band. As the show went on, people asked me how I knew them. I told them about seeing them 3 years ago and how much I loved their act. By the end of the night, they agreed with me. I met Ryan backstage before the show, and he was a really nice guy. He thanked me for my video review of the B.B. King show and told me that a portion of this show's proceeds were going towards a children's charity. The band came on stage at around 8:10 and jumped into Night, one of my favorite songs from the Born to Run album. Bruce Springsteen pulled this one out of the archives the last couple of tours, and Matt Ryan and the boys were hip to the change. They don't play games with the crowd. They aim to please with rockers all night and very few ballads. And they don't mix in too much new material, sticking to the classic songs from Bruce's greatest era, 1975 to 1985. Badlands, Promised Land, Thunder Road, Cadillac Ranch, and Glory Days get the crowd up and running. There were some older people in the crowd. About half the crowd actually, anywhere from 50 and up, but the other half of the crowd were young, some in their early 20s, and they knew the lyrics to the songs as well as I did. Most of these kids were dancing and having a great time. I love to see young people enjoy older music. It makes that music timeless. But Matt Ryan and the boys did what they do best, made people forget they're listening to a cover band. Matt's voice is almost identical to Bruce's, both while singing and talking. Keith Marlowe is particularly good as the Clarence Clemens of the band. It's not just his impeccable sax playing, but the way he involves the crowd, the way Clarence does. In fact, Clarence Clemens' brother, Jake, was in the crowd and got a huge ovation when he was announced. There was juice in the crowd early and often, but at times people were a little bit more interested in the sights along the boat cruise, like the Statue of Liberty. But once Matt and the boys played Jungle Land, people forgot where they were and were totally into the show. Jersey Girl and a rarity like Trapped were big sing-alongs. And for the last hour of the show, it was Bruce in the USA, and who knows if the boat was even heading for Jersey. Dancing in the Dark and Born to Run had the crowd in a frenzy, and then with the boat heading into the dock, they played the fastest Rosalita you ever heard. I complain often that Bruce's best hits are played at 3/4 speed now in concert, maybe because the band can't play that fast anymore. But Matt and the boys took care of that with a full 5-minute version of a 7-minute song. The humidity was very high and there was no cross breeze as everyone was smothered around the band. We were all drenched with sweat, and when we came off the boat, Keith Marlowe and the little Steven of the band, Sully, was standing at the exit to shake people's hands. It was a great night. The rain held off until we started looking for cabs. As for Bruce in the USA, I hope this former Las Vegas Legends act makes yearly trips to New York City. We'd love to have them. I hope when I get older, I don't sit around thinking about it, but I probably will. From the Predator.